PlayStation, Xbox, PC, regardless of your platform, we've got a great selection of games coming to the subscription services this month. We're going to go down the list so you know exactly what to look out for.
And some more super exciting news. The creators of Guitar Hero Red Octane are back. What does this mean for the future of rhythm gaming? We're going to talk about all this stuff and a whole bunch more right now on Gaming News Weekly. What's up, everybody? It's time for another episode of Gaming News Weekly, the best weekly video game news show out there. Every single Monday, we're bringing you all the biggest things happening in the video game world. You can find us on YouTube and podcast services everywhere. My name is Erock the Red, and as always, I am joined by this man right here, Full Clip. What's going on, dude? How are you?
How's it going? Doing pretty well. You know, we took a week off. It felt like a little bit of a rejuvenation. I actually had some time to do some gaming, and you know that's becoming hard to do these days.
It really is. Like, especially with it's summertime, so there's always that pull to like go outside and do stuff. But yeah, we had a week off. I took a little vacation, and it was exhausting, but it was fun. I also did a lot of gaming while I was on vacation. It was like one of those. We didn't have a lot of stuff planned, so I had my Steam Deck with me, and we were just, chilling out. I did get a little sun. I'm looking at myself in the screen here. I'm a little pink, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm a ginger. It's expected, What did you play?
So I was browsing around the PlayStation store. I've been looking for titles that are going to be good on the PlayStation that I wouldn't necessarily miss anything if I'm not modding on PC. Mm-hmm. So in the middle of that, I found Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And it's a few years old now, but it's still new to me. And I feel like, I'd rather have Assassin's Creed Shadows, the new one that's set in Japan. That game excites me a little bit more. But if there was a sale, it was maybe like $5 off of retail. So I can wait. Mm-hmm. You played one Assassin's Creed game. You sort of got the formula for all of them to come. They just have a little iterative updates, and they do make a good game. It's not a series that I want to play back to back, so maybe put a year between when I'm finished playing with this one and grabbing Shadows at some nice discount price. Right. But, I'm having a lot of fun while I'm in it. It's a return to something pretty... pretty familiar, but the setting change in this one, way more rocky terrain, lots more mountains because you're in like Norway or Sweden or something here. And it's a little bit different than going through like the Roman city. So it is different in that perspective, different ways of getting around the map so far. I don't know what's to come. I'm not sure like the full map size. I'm only about 6, 7, 8 hours in.
Now, you played a bunch of them before. Where does this rank for you amongst the Assassin's Creeds?
As far as like graphics, storyline, the way things feel kind of nice, it's up there. I don't think it's going to have the like ship combat. Maybe you're going to get some kind of like longboats or something.
Oh, that's right.
That are much
you
larger.
Black Flag. Is that your number one?
I think Black Flag is the pinnacle for most people when it comes to Assassin's Creed games. We're always going to compare it back to that one because it was the first to really do something at that scale. And all the other ones have iteratively moved from them. But I understand right now I'm in the beginning. I'm in like a 20-man longboat, and we pull up and we raid the shores of other settlements and stuff like that. So that makes sense. I really don't know if it gets to bigger ships eventually, but I might rank this one even higher than the other Assassin's Creed games. And I haven't played them all, but I played like Odyssey, and a few others that were some of the newer ones in the entries. It's up there. It's up there with them. I need to see where it goes from here, though.
Can you make like your group of Vikings do that walk dance that got real popular, like that meme, that one Viking guy walking down the street dancing?
The techno Viking guy? I'm not sure, but I hope so.
Can you do that in the game? All right.
Yeah, I'm hoping
Let
when
me
we
know.
pull up for one of these fights, it's going to be like, what is it, West Side Story, and we just start snapping our fingers.
Yeah, except more Viking-ish. Yeah, that
Yes.
sounds great. Let's see. What did I play? So on vacation, I cracked into Animal Shelter Simulator 2. I think I talked about this briefly last time we were together. And it is your classic simulator game. You open up a animal shelter and you have to rescue pets and fix up the shelter and then adopt them out. And it's cute. It's exactly what you would imagine from one of these games. It's got the, that level of jankiness. It's not too bad. They keep releasing patches. They've been very consistent in releasing patches to fix any of the bugs. It's from like Games Incubator and Playway SA. So the usual duo. And it's great because it has, like, I'm a big animal person. I love, I got dogs, cats, and it's nice being able to, like, have, take care of them in the game. You got to get toys and treats and stuff and feed them, and then make sure you're not mashing them up with, like, a serial killer. So, it's enjoyable. It's exactly what you would expect from one of these games. There's really no more that I could tell you about it that you're not already picturing. But it was, I'm having fun playing it, so that's good. I played a couple other newer, like, deck builder games that I'm not ready to formulate an opinion just yet on those, so I'll get into that either next time or put something on TikTok. What else? I got a game for my son. It's been out on PC for a little bit. Just came out on consoles. A game called Fruitbus. And it is very much kind of like a Animal Crossing style of game, except you have like a food truck kind of thing that you go around and you collect fruits from bushes, and then you make these different types of recipes for people in the world. And it's like an open world game. You can explore on your bus. You got to get money to buy gas to go to further and get all these tools to get different fruit. And he's having a blast. I'm playing it, I'm mostly just watching him play, except when he needs me to like drive the truck a little bit better. And it is so fun. If you're into like that style of game, restaurant management, cozy game, like the Animal Crossing stuff, collectibles, it's perfect. It's a fantastic game. It just came out for the Switch and Xbox last week, PlayStation maybe about a month ago. So it's on everything now, and it is like, it's just a real chill game. But it can get a little bit more like, it's not as simple as it does seem. Like, finding the fruits and taking care of everything, and the simulator style of it is a lot of fun. So yeah, put it up there. I could see your wife getting a lot of enjoyment out of Fruitbus. So
I said, not heard of that one.
Yeah, no, me neither. And then I saw it was coming out on the Xbox Net. And so yeah, it's very fun. We like just driving around the Fruitbus too. I think it's teaching my son how to drive. So bam.
It's much better than the way we learned on Grand Theft Auto.
Exactly. And then I play one other thing, and I'm excited to talk about it. The Battlefield 6 open beta. I got in there. Do you get a chance to check that out at all?
No.
You did?
No. The size of Battlefield, I'm not even going to try it for a beta. It'd be over by the time I got the download.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me tell you all about it. Now, as someone who, the only time I played the previous Battlefield was in the beta. I think both you and I both played the beta for, what was it,
2042, something like that.
2 or something. And we weren't a fan of the game. It was enough. This one, on the other hand, I got in the beta. It was funny. Like right away, I opened up the beta and it was like, there's 17,000 people waiting in queue or whatever. And I'm like, oh no, this could be a while. So I just sat there for a second, and like 5 seconds later, I'm in the game. So I don't know how that works, but in the game, and there's a few different game modes you could play. There's a couple with the big, large scale war mode, and then a couple like domination with the smaller teams. So I did the large scale one, and it was just, I don't know, it was so chaotic, and so like stuff's just getting destroyed everywhere. People are screaming everywhere. There's guns, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. And then I kind of like hunkered down and I was able to figure out what our objective was. We're kind of like pushing on this map, and they're pushing on this way. So like you gotta kill all of them, and they gotta take areas. And once you start getting in there with the roles, so there's different roles that you have in the game. You could have assault, like an engineer, like a support, and then like a sniper. And so I just started with the assault, and I'm pushing, and like it kind of starts feeling good. It feels weighty, you know, like it feels like you're running around with a backpack full of like stuff, and then you get down, and like the time to kill wasn't too fast. There was times where I saw people, they saw me, we shot at each other, I got away, you know, like it didn't seem like crazy, but there are definitely times where I got sniped and just destroyed. And then I switched over to the support mode, and like you could drag people and like revive them with like an adrenaline shot or whatever, and that's really cool. So just switching between the modes, and then like as you're playing, you level up, you have access to more weapons, more attachments, and that sort of thing. And it was so much fun. Like I'm excited to play more of it. Like I may actually buy this because it felt like it was very, very, very different from Call of Duty. Even the smaller like domination thing, I think a lot of it is with the destruction. Like there's just buildings constantly like falling down on you. I went into a room and I'm hiding in the corner of this room, and then like 2 seconds later the whole wall is just blown apart, and I'm just sitting in the corner of this open wall. It was so cool. Yeah, man, it's very different. It's not as fast. It's more like, you know, it feels more real, you know. And I absolutely like it. I'm not sure like what the internet world is saying about it. I meant to look to see if everybody's raving about it, if people are having a hard time, and I'm just an outlier. But yeah, it's fun, man. I recommend it.
Yeah. Well, I think we could just move our trailer talk for Battlefield 6 up here. I mean, they came out with the new multiplayer trailer, and then a few other trailers that really break down the details of multiplayer. And we talked the last episode. I was not impressed personally with the first just reveal trailer for Battlefield 6, but that turned it on its head with the multiplayer trailer. I was instantly brought back in.
With Limp Bizkit playing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and like some of the original Battlefield like tune in the background. These trailers, they have an effect on me when the music's just right. And they did it. They got it right. They messed up on the first one, but they brought it back. And I really appreciate that. I mean, I played the hell out of Battlefield 1, and I had those moments like you're talking about where, you know, I'm in a building, I hear the enemy above me. There's not much I'm going to be able to do, but I was playing like Engineer or something. I had a limpet mine, so I'd shove that on the ceiling, watch the whole floor blow up from under them, and slaughter them. So, like,
that's awesome.
It's those good times that are going to bring me back, and I'm definitely getting Battlefield 6.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. There was a point where, like, I spawned inside, like, as a gunner in one of these vehicles, and the guy's just driving it around, and, like, you know, I didn't have any comms on or anything like that, but the driver did, and it was just really cool, like, listening to him saying, like, over there, and I turn and I, like, shoot, and it was just like we were communicating. I wasn't. He was communicating with me, but it was really cool. It felt powerful. He's just running over everything. We're just destroying buildings with this thing. It felt like it was just, like, massive weight there, and that I was in control of something, you know? So it was cool, and I do like the classes. I didn't get to mess with the Engineer, which is more of the anti-tank type, you know, heavy artillery one, and then the Recon, which is the sniper. I tried sniper in one of the things, and I'm a terrible sniper, so I instantly switched off of that. I realized, I'm like, yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me. I wish I could get good because the snipers were good, and they were really killing me a lot. But yeah, I'm a fan. So as I was reading it, they were saying, like, we're bringing back the classes. Were there not classes previously?
In 2074? I will never get the name right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't really remember choosing classes or playing much in that beta. So maybe they just got rid of it for a generation there. Yeah,
they're saying, like, everybody's, like, excited they're back. And it seems like it makes sense to have the class, especially when they do play a big role in it. You know, there were a lot of people playing the support class, which is really cool. I think part of it was like one of the missions or whatever was to revive 100 people to get like rewarded with something. So that might have played into it, but I felt like, a lot of times you'll play a game, especially in Call of Duty, if you go down, you have the chance to like come back. If someone like brings you back, no one ever does. They're like walking over your body. This dude, I was brought back, I'd say 8 times out of 10 if there are people around, and it shows you who's around you too. Like it'll have their names, whether or not they're alive or dead, on there. Like when you're laying down, so you have the chance to either end it early or be brought back. Yeah. So, yeah, it was fun, man. I'm definitely gonna play some more while the open beta is still going on. I don't even know when it goes. Today might be the last day, I think. And then I don't know if they have another one, but yeah, I'm a fan.
Nice. Do you know if there's a release date for this yet?
Yeah, the release date is October 10th, and I did look, and there is another open beta starting August 14th. So 14th through the 17th for the next open beta. Listen, you start downloading that now, you're right in there by the 14th.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you predict? Because October is going to be right around Call of Duty time, and they're copying pasting again, getting Black Ops 7 as the main release this year. Do you think people are just going to not get Black Ops 7 and go for Battlefield this time?
I don't know, man. It's definitely, there's those two classes. There are people that love the run and gun, super fast, kind of more arcade-based style of Call of Duty, that will never, ever pick up this Battlefield. I think this is going to really do a dent in their numbers, though. I think we haven't seen anything about any new Call of Duty. If they're still planning on releasing one this year, then I don't know, man. They gotta do something that's impressive, because this was fun, and I want to see more maps. Like so far, the only maps I played, like the domination maps, the smaller ones, were great. I thought there's a lot of hiding areas, but it was it wasn't hard to learn. And then the large open world was, like I said, the huge, like the amount of destructibility in this is like, it won me over. So yeah, I'm a fan. All right, let's talk about our new releases from this past week. All right, first up, we've got Mafia, The Old Country. Came out on PS5, Xbox S, X, and PC on August 8th. This is the origin story of not only like the Mafia game, but just like the Mafia. It's set in Sicily in the 1900s. It's a third-person action game, but it's very, very linear. It's more of a cinematic experience. I read it's like 13 hours long, and you're just basically playing through a movie. You play as this main character who's kind of creating this mafia within his family. The negatives, I've heard that the actual fighting, the action, it's a low point in the game. It's not terrible, but it's not, it's not something they look forward to. It's more about the story and seeing what's going to happen throughout the game. Currently, it's a 76 on Metacritic. And yeah, I think people are enjoying it if you know what you're going in for. I think because Mafia 4 was open world where you could, do more things. This one, it's very much just here. This is the story we want to tell, and you're playing it. So
yeah,
and it's enticing to me as opposed to the other way. So
yeah. I see it as a bit of a letdown. If I have an open world game, I want the next one to be an even better open world game.
Mm-hmm. And we've talked about it, dude. I get it. Like, if it's too much open world, like I'm doing all the bad things first, and it's not. It's ruining the flow for me. I like it when there's a nice flow that can tell me a story. This is why the Uncharted games are so good, because they're just telling you that you're playing a movie from start to finish.
Yeah.
I like that. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a place for a large open world. It's Grand Theft Auto's got that down. We're not going to try to mess with that, or fantasy, The Witcher or something like that, they got that. We're not going to even compete with that. All right, and then the other one, Tiny Bookshop, came out on PC and Nintendo Switch. This is a cozy narrative management game where you have like a little tiny bookshop. Surprise! It's about a tiny bookshop. And you could decorate it in different ways, like, add plants and furniture and candles and stuff. And by decorating it, it's bringing different customers and clients into your tiny bookshop. And then same thing with the books. You have to stock the books and you have to get what the people want. So it's all about pleasing your clientele. And then it's on like a trailer, so then you could just move it to a different locale and you got new customers and new stuff like that. You're constantly meeting new people. And all the different places have different people that want other books and that sort of thing. So it's cute. It's got a lot of things going for it, not only in decorating the tiny bookshop, but stocking the books, meeting the people. So it seems like it's doing well. It's got a 79 on Metacritic, overwhelmingly positive on Steam. So I think this fits that, genre for a lot of people that are looking for just a chill, cozy experience. So this one is on my wish list. I'm excited to check it out at some point.
Yeah, it looks like a good one for the Switch, I would say, because it doesn't look like it's anything terribly complicated to run.
Right. Yeah. I told my wife to get it. It's $20 on the Switch, and I was like, you should try it. It looks it looks right up her alley. So we'll see. We'll report back. See if we get it in there. And that is it for our new releases. It was not a ton came out. There's a bunch of good stuff coming out next week. Looking forward to talk about that. But that's fine, because we've got a lot of news to talk about in our news of the week. All right, first up, as we always do at the beginning of the month, we got to talk about our subscription services. First up, meaning the Humble Bundle choice for August was announced this month. If you subscribe to Humble Bundle choice, you get Persona 5 Royal, Banishers Ghost of New Eden, My Time at Sandrock, Let's School, Lil Gator Game, Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip, Wild Mender, War Pips, and then access to the Axon playtest. I don't know what that is, but that is happening right now, and we're missing it. Whatever it is, it looks cool. A lot of good games here. I need to know, full clip, what is your thoughts on this month's Humble choice?
As far as keep or skip,
yeah,
I hate to say it, but I think this is going to be a skip, because I am interested in a few games on this list. Like that Banishers, that was that's within the last year, right? I remember talking a lot about this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seemed like a really interesting concept for a game, and one that we haven't played 100 times over. Persona 5, I don't know that much about Persona. I've seen it because we talk about a different Persona game that comes out every week.
Yeah.
And I don't really know what's in this one, but I'm not against trying one of these days. And then Let's School, that's my type of game. It's like a simulator management kind of game. Looks like you're building the school, having to get students to stay and keep them on track.
But yeah, I'm also skipping this month, and not because there was just so I did make some trades on the old Reddit, and I got Persona 5, I got Banishers, and I got Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip. Those are the highlights for me. So I was able to get those through trading some of the older bundles that I had, so it worked out. Because then the other ones I really didn't care for. There were more simulation games or strategy games that I was like, I have enough of those, I don't need. So those are the three that looked great. And I'm excited I started Persona 5, and that one, it's just a big, I think it's a 100-hour game, JRPG. I played and finished Persona 4 Golden on my Vita, so I figured this is right at home on my Steam Deck. We'll see. I'm only a couple hours in. I've got only 98 to 100 and some more hours to go on that one. Yeah, so it's daunting. It's a little scary, but they're great games, man. If you're into turn-based weird JRPGs, which I am.
Yeah.
And then the first wave of Game Pass games was announced. This is a rare month for Game Pass, in my opinion. No like day one games. We've been getting like every single week, you know, they're like, yeah, here's some brand new games. This one, a bunch of new games were returned, not new games, they were returned to the Game Pass standard. So Citizen Sleeper 2, great game by the way, is now on standard. Lonely Mountains, Snow Riders, and Mech Warrior 5, Clans, and Orcs Must Die were all added to Game Pass standard category. That's the cheaper one. And then Assassin's Creed Mirage, Aliens Fireteam Elite, and Nine Kings were added to the Game Pass Ultimate. Those come out, let's see, Mirage is out now, and then Aliens Fireteam Elite August 12th, and Nine Kings is a early access, what they call a game preview, coming August 14th. So, yeah, nothing that was really like, nothing I was really excited for. What about you?
Yeah. I like the visual style of Ring World. I need to go back in and see exactly what that one is. If it's like a Limbo style, I'm thinking I remember
like
the trailer
a
for this.
platformer.
Yeah,
I think it's like a platformer. It reminds me a little bit of like Ori. You ever play any of the Ori games?
No.
Like this color and stuff like that. Those are good games. But yeah, it wasn't, nothing really blew me away. So we'll see. We'll see what is coming in Wave 2 for August. We got to step it up. And then also, while we're talking about it, PlayStation Plus, those games are out now. For August, Lies of P, DayZ, and My Hero 1's Justice 2. Which I have no idea what that is. I didn't even look it up.
It is. You know what it's a My Hero Academia fighting game.
Okay, that's kind of what I figured. But wasn't certain. So yeah, out of that one, I mean, Lies of P is the big draw. DayZ is, it's a fun game. Now that it's free, I recommend checking it out. Big zombie game. All right. Anything else to add about the subscription lineup for this month?
Nah. How would you rate this month out of a 10?
Overall, 6.5.
Yeah, I might go right around there. Better than not. It's better than nothing, but it's not one of those banger months like we've seen.
Yeah, I think the humble choice is bringing it up, because just having Persona 5 on there, that banishers, and then Lies of P is bringing it up. I think the Xbox is bringing it down, and My Hero Wants Justice. I'm sure that's making somebody happy.
Sure. All
right, let's move along. We got some showcases to talk about. Nintendo Indie World Showcase took place last week. First off, we just got to say, no Hollow Knight Silksong. We're just going to say it right off the bat. I think, to assuage everybody's...
yeah. So I watched this live on YouTube, and that was the entire live comment section. Was Silksong 2 win?
Really? I believe it. We did get a release date for Mina the Hollower, which has been long awaited. It's the follow-up to Shovel Knight from Yacht Club Games. That is coming out on October 31st. So that's very much a classic Zelda-looking game. People have been really excited for that one to come out. And then as far as some of the other ones, we got a bunch that we've seen before, but we did get some new trailers for them announcing that it's coming to the Switch 2 or whatever, games that have been out. One game that was not out that looks interesting, and it was also shadow dropped, is a game called Is This Seat Taken? It's like a cozy puzzle game where you have to arrange people based on their preferences and stuff like that on in an area. And I thought that looked cool. And they're it's also available now. But
that one was
what were some of the games? What's
that one, Is This Seat Taken, was one of them. Not my usual style of game, but I kind of like it as something. I'd almost play that as a mobile game, because it's like you're talking to people, you're seeing what they like and don't like, and it has to do with each other. It has to do with the environment. So it's a puzzle, and you're in these different scenarios, and you need to move these people based on what makes everybody happy to get full score, pass the puzzle, go on to the next one.
Yeah.
So that was a big one for me. Hurdling, we've seen this before. I find it interesting. Like, I don't know how long I'd want to play that game, but maybe a demo or something
I don't know
would be
what
nice.
The objective is. Yeah. I agree.
And I don't know if it's supposed to be kind of like based on lemmings or something like that, or if these things ever just fall off the cliff and it's a problem, or not sure. Have to see more about that. Little Kitty Big City, free update coming. You're going to be able to customize your cat. You're going to have new storylines. And I immediately texted my wife and told her Little Kitty Big City is getting the free update, and we're going to play it.
Yeah, I'm going to shave mine. I'm shaving my cat. Just put it out there. I don't know if you can, but I'm going to try. UFO 50 got a shadow drop also onto the Nintendo Switch 2, Switch 2, which is a great game. I highly recommend. That's the one. It's been out for a little bit, but it's got those 50 like retro arcade like games. That one's fun. Another one that looked interesting to me, Well Dweller. This one is like a little bird with a lit matchstick, and it's a Metroidvania. It's kind of got some dark elements to it, some weird things throughout. That one drew me in. That one was exciting. And then one that I've played the demo and I'm excited to get into there more, Ball X Pit. We got a release date for that, October 15th. I think I talked about that briefly on here before. It's kind of like a old school brick breaker game, but it's like there's waves of enemies like coming at you, and it's like a roguelike also. So yeah, that one should be good. I think it's coming out on Nintendo Switch October 15th, Switch 2 at a later date. And then Glaciered. We saw Glaciered once before. That was the one where you're like this weird, like, I don't know, avatar creature swimming through water.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That would look strange to me.
Yeah. So, some very interesting and content warning. I know, if, people that haven't been able to play that on PC, this was the big, fun multiplayer game on PC like last year, is coming to the Nintendo Switch, to sometime in 2026, I think. So, you get it.
That remind me, did the Switch 2, did it have like a built-in microphone and some kind of communication? I feel like we talked about something like that.
Yes, it does. It does. And then remember you could buy that cool camera too that sits on your thing and it looks at you. So I don't know where the mic is on the Switch 2. I remember them saying that there's one on the camera that was picking up for the whole room, but I don't remember. There's got to be one on the Switch for when you're playing handheld, I don't remember. Yeah.
I can't really imagine playing one of these like co-op games online with people and not having some type of communication. Like, the Switch kind of keep things locked down generally. Yeah,
I know they're opening it up a little bit more. I don't know as far as multiplayer games how much easier it is, because it's always a pain in the butt getting those together. But so nothing like, again, this is an indie world showcase. We're obviously not getting huge announcements, but people are excited for Mina the Hollower. Hopefully soon. Hollow Knight, so excited. It's got to be sooner than later, I bet. And the other big showcase was the THQ Nordic Showcase. They had a lot of, they always have a lot of interesting announcements over there at THQ Nordic. They're always doing some sort of a remake of something that nobody asked for. So real quick, let's run through the lineup. A new SpongeBob SquarePants game, Titans of the Tide. This looks just like all of the other ones that came prior to this, same mechanics and everything. The only thing this one adds, you could switch back and forth between SpongeBob and Patrick, like on the fly. And I'm sure they have probably different abilities or whatever. If you pre-order it, you get to like see their butts. I did see that on the trailer. So that's exciting. We got an announcement for Recreation for the people from the Burnout series game. This is a I don't know if it's got to be related to the Wreckfest too, right? With the just based on the title,
you would think so.
But it's like a race.
It seems like maybe Wreckfest meets the Grand Theft Auto Online sort of tools to make your own racetracks.
Right, create tracks and stuff like that. So that's interesting. Those are always fun watching the physics and stuff when the crashes happen. So they did also put an update out on Wreckfest 2. More, it's currently in early access. Very limited amount of stuff, but they're slowly adding more and more stuff. So they're showing some new arenas, tools and modding and stuff like that. One of the highlights for me, this game called Tides of Tomorrow, is from the people that did Road 96. And it's about like this, I don't know, it's kind of talks about climate change and stuff like that. And it's this world where kind of like a water world type thing, these big floating platforms, and you got to get resources and, search for things and explore. It looked cool. I thought the art style was nice. That one looked like a lot of fun. What else? Couple Sacred 2 is being remastered. I thought that one, sure, whatever. The Eternal Life of Goldman. This one's been on my radar for a long time. This trailer was weird. Like, I thought it was just like a Metroidvania with a cute old man, but this trailer, like, there's some sort of like mother-son weirdness going on, and then like time things happening. I don't know, but it sold me even more on this beautiful Metroidvania. Titan Quest 2 came into early access, and Reanimal. That was one that looked good. That one looks scary. That's like from the creators of Little Nightmares, Little Nightmares 2, except this one looks even scary. It looks a lot like Little Nightmares, but like very, very kind of creepy. So, yeah. What else?
We mentioned Darksiders 4.
The big one, Darksiders 4.
Yeah.
A little bit of a teaser. We didn't see much. We just saw the rider on his horse. But this one, they're like, now I've got more people. So it seems like it's going to be maybe a co-op Darksiders game. I'm expecting like up to 4 players just to go with the Darksiders vibe. They showed him on the horse and then like silhouettes behind him of like 3 other horsemen. So I don't know what that will be, what it's, do you ever play the Darksiders game?
No, never touched them. Always seen them though.
They're weird. They're cool. They're very like, a lot of people compared them to like Zelda at the time. They were very much like that action adventure games. So I don't know what a co-op one would look like, but I'm excited. So yeah. Anything else that I missed that you wanted to mention?
No, I think the only one we didn't mention was like Fate Keeper. I don't even know what that is, but
Fate Keeper. Yes, that was a first-person like role-playing game. It looked like a lot like those ones. Remember when there was that year where there was like 10 where you do spells with one hand and you have a sword with the other hand? Yeah. It looked a lot like those. So we'll see how this one compares to all the other ones that failed a couple years ago. So. Yeah, it was fun. I always like when THQ Nordic does their showcases because, like, it's stuff that's just, like, I don't know, it's so random. The selection of things that they put out is just so random, and I'm a big fan of THQ Nordic.
Yeah.
They just don't care. All right, moving along. So, Jason Schreier from Bloomberg broke some news regarding another Xbox canceled game, Contraband. Do you remember this one?
I didn't. I had to start watching like the trailers to know what this was.
Yeah. No, I didn't remember it either. And then I watched so they came out with a teaser trailer in 2021. And I watched that and I was like, oh yeah, this. But it doesn't show any gameplay or anything like that. And then we never heard anything about it since. So this was, 4 years ago. And we had never heard anything about it. Now, Jason Schreier says they are full on canceling the game, but Xbox has just said they've stopped development while they evaluate the project's future. So I don't know, probably canceled. I mean, it's just another one that to throw it on the pile with Everwild, Perfect Dark, all these other recent canceled games from the layoffs, that just recently took place. I don't know if layoffs affected them over here at Avalanche Studios, or if we're gonna get more layoffs. I don't know. It's always exciting. So,
yeah, I don't know. I don't think anybody's crying over this one. They didn't show enough of it. Maybe we would see more than like just the concept.
Yeah, there's a little. So it said at the time we knew it would be set in a 1970s smuggler's paradise called Bayan, but we didn't see any gameplay. This is from IGN, and then they haven't announced anything else. So, yeah, hopefully there's this is not more layoffs or anything like that. It's just one thing after another over there at Xbox though. So, hopefully they can figure something out. And I'm just don't mess with Fable. Like, I'm really looking forward to Fable.
Yeah.
Like, can we just keep that one? Just let that one come out. And then after that, whatever. All right. Let's end on a high note, though. Red Octane. You remember Red Octane? These are the guys that did Guitar Hero, DJ Hero. Were you a fan of those games back in the day?
Yeah, I never owned those games. I had other rhythm-based stuff like DDR, but never my own Rock Band or the one you just said. God, that's my memory.
Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
In this household, we are big fans of the Rock Band series. Like, I still have like my whole setup. I've got maybe like 4 guitars. So this is big news. This is big news for me. So Red Octane is now known as Red Octane Games. They are back with founders from the previous one. It says, founded by veterans, developers, and passionate players from across the rhythm gaming scene. Their mission is simple: to bring rhythm gaming back with more power, more precision, and a deeper connection than ever before. Their next game, they're saying it's in the works. Not saying anything about what it is other than it will be a rhythm game. So I don't know if we're getting new peripherals, if I'm like going to be, smacking buttons on a fake guitar or a xylophone, just something.
Oh, yeah.
But it's back. I'm excited. What instrument could they make to get you into this?
Yeah, this is exactly where I was going. I don't even know what it is, but the thing that Weird Al has in that movie WKVY or whatever,
like the squeeze box, the accordion.
Like it's like with like piano keys or something on it. Maybe it seemed like it had a guitar neck. Maybe I'm just making shit up.
Oh yeah, that was probably just some sort of a made up thing. But yeah, I mean, I think they would have to create something, because I know, like, so Rock Band, everybody, the drummers, everybody wants to do the drumming. You got the bass guitar, regular guitar. They had a keyboard for a little bit, so you got to have something that includes every one of those. So why not create some sort of a monster weird guitar that has like drums on it and a keytar, all in one? Because people aren't paying for the set anymore. They want the all-in-one situation.
Yeah, I
think you just solved world peace.
That is everything in one, I guess. Yeah. What are you missing there? Tambourine.
Oh yeah, you BYOT. You got to bring your own tambourine.
Right.
All right, but yeah, so I'm excited. I don't know when we'll get more news, but they did like release a little trailer saying they're back, and in it they focused on a lot of plastic guitar peripherals, so it does seem like they are, they're remembering it fondly. So I think with nostalgia and people that used to play it now, being a little bit older, maybe having more expendable income, that they could sell another guitar peripheral. I don't know. That was the problem. They were just like, it was a lot of money if you wanted to play these games. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. They did come out with one a couple years ago for that Fortnite, not Red Octane, but like some third party. I think it was like Mad Cats or something came out with a new guitar thing when the Fortnite Rock Band was just coming out. So they're out there. they're out there. We just need some games to play with them. So,
and people are still looking for the older ones too to play their classic games. I mean, you look on eBay, you'll still find them for some of them go for pretty decent money.
Yeah, I follow the Rock Band subreddit, and a lot of times people are like, just scored this at my local Goodwill, and it's like the whole setup, and they got it for like $30 or whatever, So they're still out there in the wild. I have a couple broken ones that I wish I knew how to fix them. I could probably even still sell them for a decent amount too. Someone will probably fix them all. All right. Well, that's it. You got anything else?
Nah, that's it.
Beautiful. All right. Thanks so much for checking out this episode of Gaming News Weekly. You can find us on YouTube at Pop Culture Playground and on podcast services. Anywhere podcasts are found, just type in GNW into the search. You'll get this show. Make sure you hit subscribe. That way you got it ready to go every single Monday morning. And you'll be on top of everything. People at work will be like, remember Rock Band? And you're like, well, guess what's coming back, babies? Yeah, we got all the info. So, and check us out on TikTok. Hoping to put some more stuff out there. I was on vacation last week, so it was very, bare bones. But this week, we're coming back bigger than ever. Probably not, but somewhere around there. All right. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.